Well, guys, we are here at Pitkins Park. It's located on Locust Hill, up the street by Martin Luther King. One of our members and monitors of Yonkers Voice, Olivia, actually contacted us about the deterioration of the park. Now, this is not just happening here; it's happening all, in many parts around the city. And as you guys remember, when Mr. Khader
Hey, Ben.
was running for office, he said,
If it
matters to you, it matters to Mike.
He remembers everything.
Okay? And it does. We spoke with Mike Khader about this issue, and immediately he responded and he said, let's set up an appointment, let's go to the park and let's talk with Olivia. And here they are. So, Mike, a couple words?
It's very important, when you represent, the people of Yonkers throughout the entire city, you can't represent and advocate if you don't truly understand the issues. And I remember when I read the article, something about the playground and the condition of the park, and the best way to address it is by understanding it and directly meeting with the people that live in the community. So Ben, again, thank you for being here also.
So let's walk down and let's tell us what happened here and what made you call us, okay, Olivia?
First off, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to meet with me, Mr. Khader.
Of course, Olivia, thank you. Nice to meet you.
So, I've been in the neighborhood for about 20 years, and I remember the original park that was here when they first rebuilt everything. And it was exciting, it was nice, it was great. But you can only deal so much with neglect, and there are so many areas behind the park that have been the same for the last 20 years. But in any case, I was here with my daughter, I think it was about a month or two ago. And, she's a toddler, she's running, she's playing, doing normal kid things. And I have to deal with her picking up trash, and I have to deal with the worry of her grabbing one of these acorns or a stick or something and putting it in her mouth and choking. And then among all those things that the city can't necessarily control, she trips over this edge of the mat, which you can see is way up there. Tripped over the mat, slammed her face into the pavement right here. It was an accident waiting to happen. Her whole face was abrased, crying. We had to end the park day early and go home. I had to worry about her getting an infection. Then I had to watch her all night, make sure, she could have had a brain injury. It was very disturbing as a new mother. It was very upsetting for me.
Well, one, I hope your daughter is okay. That's the most important thing. And, we have so many parks throughout the city, and I believe last year actually we even had a Parks Day at this park where I was actually here. And with the volume, you could see this rubber mat, which is supposed to help protect the children that are playing on the play apparatus. It looks like this the mat this mat has seen its best days. I could assure you that our Parks Department, they're very hands-on. And now that I see this, my office will definitely bring it to the attention of the Parks Commissioner. Many times he doesn't know these particular issues, and again, as I said earlier, it's very good that way I come out here and I see the problem. Many times a picture speaks 1,000 words,
Yep.
but a physical observation even speaks, more. This right here, it's an issue. You can't deny it. I'm not sure what somebody tried doing with what do you call a little tchotchke repairs here. So some good Samaritan probably did this. This is something that needs to get addressed. I do know for a fact that the city of Yonkers has a capital improvement projects, and many parks are on the list. And I can't come off the top if this park is on the list, but the park needs to get updated from the gravel, the unevenness, these rubber mats that are specifically designed to protect their children.
Up between the
the grass, this goes to basic, TLC and management and your daily maintenance. However, again, and I don't want to be an expert on laying this down, if it was truly laid down properly and perhaps some covering under, the weeds wouldn't be popping up through the crevices. That's just an observation from a layperson, not an expert at this. Olivia, I assure you that my office will be sending directly to the Parks Department. And my experience with the Parks Department, especially with the management, they are pretty responsive to such issues. But bigger than that is we have some unevenness here. with the cracks. I see there's no fence over there, so you know I see liability here, and this is an attractive nuisance.
Especially considering that the park is in heavy use. There's a school right beside the park where the kids come and do their recess, weather allowing. And it's only a matter of time. I mean, my stepdaughter is 7 years old. She could trip and break her ankle on this piece over here.
Well, this goes back to, as I said earlier, it looks like this mat has served its usefulness, I guess through the wear and tear and the amount of children that play in this between school hours and, the neighborhood kids. As you can see, we got big, apartment buildings here, so, it's a high density area, Like I said, I assure you, and if I'll report back to you directly or to Ben. That way we could see, the results on this. But my philosophy is hands-on approach. That's how you govern. You don't govern, behind the desk. You govern on the street. And what I'll do, you'll be getting updates from me on where we are and what can be done. And one thing I could tell you about, my 9 months in office, nothing happens overnight in the city of Yonkers. But just know that somebody's taking this matter seriously. I got young kids; they use the public parks, and I would be frustrated and upset if they have to play in conditions like this. Thanks for bringing this to my attention. Thanks for taking time, and you'll be definitely hearing from me.
All right, Mr. Khader, thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. Take care, Ben.